Welcome back, everybody, to Unlocked Minds. I am A.Patrice, the guide for anyone who has recently woken up to the endless rabbit hole of a trip called life. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about Ashwagandha. I've been taking it for a little over a month now, and I just thoroughly believe it is review worthy. So before we get into the benefits that I have experienced in just over a month of taking it, I'm gonna do a little bit of background story. Last year was an extremely intense year for me on the home front. So at the very beginning of January, it was like my body physically quantum jumped to where my mind had been deliberately and militantly bringing itself to. And I have to share, it's an awesome, peaceful place, and I am so appreciative of it. And it was really cool to actually see a manifestation come to fruition in real time. But by the middle of January, I noticed that I was really having these weird waves of an emotion that didn't match my thoughts. One day I would be feeling amazing, just ready to take on the world, super stoked for life, just like an amazing feeling. But then the next day would come and I'd wake up in the weirdest energy ever. It's like I felt sad but had no source of sadness. You know, usually you'll feel a certain way and you're like, well, this happened and now I feel like that. I was just feeling like that and it was messing me up. But then I go to sleep and the next day I would feel amazing again. And then the next day I'd wake up and I'd feel this sadness. So it was just kind of like a cycle of that weird ass energy. And it was really getting on my nerves. I was like, okay, this doesn't make sense. I decided I would create a way out of it. It was the only thing I could do at that point. And like, what's the point of having all this knowledge about our machine and shit and not use it? So I sat there and I was just like, okay, I desire to no longer feel this loop of energy. And then I let it go. Forgot about it and just kind of sat in it and accepted it, because it was a day I was feeling sad that I had to create this way out of it. And literally like 15 minutes later, I was scrolling on TikTok and all of a sudden this video pops up. And these are the words that popped up on the video. Ashwagandha. I felt completely numb. I felt like a unicorn and a werewolf. Bitch had me at werewolf. I know, I'm already a fucking unicorn. It's like I hadn't seen anything about this for over a year now. This particular video just happened to cross my path after I decided I would create a way out of this energetic loop that I was finding myself in. So the next day I jumped in my car and I bought some. So this was like basically the recommended full dose like for the day. So I just grabbed this. I'm like, cool, 1 tablet a day. Let's try this bitch out. About 5 days in, I was already feeling the effects. I'm somebody that suffers from anxious driving. So out of nowhere, I could be driving anywhere and then anxiety hits me. I have these thoughts of like my wheels falling off and then brakes of my car running through my legs and eating them up. I don't know why that's the thought that comes to my head, but or I feel like I could just hyperventilate and pass out behind the wheel. It's never happened to me before, but I don't know why. That's just where my mind goes. Anywho, and because of this anxiety, like I don't like driving on like the highway or anywhere that's, you know, crowded and semi trucks are. I had somewhere that I had to go and I had to take a road that triggers anxiety in me. That was a smooth ride that day. And I was like, wow, I haven't felt fucked up. I was like, ashwagandha. About a week in, I noticed that when I got to sleep, I was sleeping good. Like really good. It's just a nice straight through sleep. And even if I didn't sleep that long, I still felt well rested. and I didn't feel drowsy in the morning. About 2 weeks in, and I found that I was able to sit down and just focus a lot better. Now, ashwagandha is used as a stress reliever, among other things. So what it does is it actually lowers the cortisol hormone in your body. Cortisol is basically a stress hormone. It triggers your fight or flight. Now, these past 30 days have been quite interesting. I've had things come up in life that would normally like internally stress me out. Nothing fazed me. So using ashwagandha actually allowed me to stay aligned with my preferred reality, and which is really weird, because immediately when something like came up that would normally cause me stress, I just automatically thought of the positive outcome, which is something I always do. But normally, like, there's at least 1 or 2 or 3 times where like I'm going to immediately think of the negative and then have to manually talk myself out of that and like go the other way. Like, no, you got to go this way. With ashwagandha, it's like I just automatically went to the positive. I was like, okay. Ashwagandha is literally nonchalant in a pill. If you don't know what it means to be nonchalant, take that shit and you will see. It will change your whole life. I'll just use this as an example of something that actually happened throughout my month. Is that a client I had that's usually like a pretty big chunk of my income, some things happened and I wasn't working for them this month. Now normally I'd be like, oh shit, like what am I gonna do? Like that would kind of stress me out. When immediately I found that that work wasn't happening this month, I was like, meh, that just means it needs to move over so I have room to do other things this month. Other forms of income are coming in. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. This is interesting. Uncertainty. That's just automatically where my mind went when this situation came up. I had a whole bunch of extra work pile in from somewhere else. And by the end of the month, I actually just received $1,000. I didn't have to work for it. I didn't have to purchase anything for it. Literally, I just had to put my signature down. And that's why I say that ashwagandha allowed me to just stay completely aligned and on point with my preferred reality 100%. It's literally like taking out all of the negative talk and self-doubt and things that would stall your manifestation process. You should always be manually doing this for yourself. But ashwagandha took a lot of the manual out and just put it into automatic gear. That's the best way I can say it. Like, it was crazy. Will I keep taking this shit? Yeah. Ashwagandha forever. I will be taking this probably on and off for the rest of my life. Like, I love it. I'm not a doctor though, so if you have pre-existing conditions of something else and you're already taking medication for something else, I would suggest talking to your doctor before taking it. Does it make you numb in a good way? Yes. Does it make you feel like a unicorn? I already felt like a unicorn, but this just like turned it up 100. Does it make you feel like a werewolf? I'm feeling pretty strong at the gym, I can't lie. Now, other benefits of taking ashwagandha include improved sexual function for women, improved fertility for men as it produces more testosterone for you. It lowers your blood sugar levels, lowers inflammation, and it also supports heart health. It has a lot of different benefits, but overall it uplifts your mood and decreases stress. Now, if you take medication for anything else, I highly suggest you, again, talk to your doctor before going out and getting this stuff. Anywho, that is the video for today. So far, I give ashwagandha a 10 out of 10 for making your girl truly not give a fuck. It's definitely one of the best side effects that you will have. Man, like, this stuff is great. Anyways, if you like this video, make sure you share, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to see more content like this, just leave a comment down below. If you have any experience with ashwagandha, I would love to hear it. Again, thank you for watching the video, and yeah, I'll catch you next video.